Before we start, if you enjoy stories like this, please subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. It started with a text at 2:13 a.m., a simple, cold line that made my chest tighten. Don't overthink. Everything's fine. I stare at my phone, the glow harsh in the dark room, trying to convince myself that it was nothing. But something inside me already knew it wasn't. I had been married to Jenna for 7 years. On paper, everything looked perfect. A house we picked together, Sunday mornings with coffee in bed, little inside jokes that made us laugh until our stomachs hurt. But lately, something had shifted. Nights felt colder. Our once easy intimacy had become mechanical. I'd lie awake, listening to her breathing, waiting for the warmth, the desire, the spark that used to be there. And then nothing. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I'd changed. Maybe I was too tired, too busy, too distracted. I tried small gestures, a note on the kitchen counter, breakfast in bed, a random text saying, "I love you." She smiled politely, kissed me on the cheek, but at night, she pulled away. I felt like a ghost in my own home. The small signs started piling up. Missed calls I didn't notice at first. Her phone vibrating with notifications. She quickly silenced when I walked into the room. A faint scent of perfume that wasn't hers. Excuses about late work, errands, or visits with friends I'd never met. Each time, I wanted to trust her. I wanted to be wrong. But a gnawing doubt began to grow. One Friday evening, I came home early, hoping to surprise her. The house was dark. The lights were off. And then I heard laughter. Not her playful laughter, not the one I knew, but a deeper, stranger sound. My heart thumped so loud, I was sure she would hear it if I stepped in. I hesitated, then slowly opened the bedroom door. It was empty, just our bed, perfectly made, and the faint glow of her laptop on the desk. I approached, curiosity and dread battling inside me. Her messages were open, and there it was, a string of texts to someone named Mark. Not innocent chats, not work stuff. Texts filled with late-night meetings, secret plans, and confessions that tore at me in ways I couldn't yet name. Can't wait to see you tonight. I think about you all day. Don't worry, he'll never know. My hands shook. I dropped the phone onto the bed, my mind spinning. I read them again. And again. Each word was like a punch to my chest, like someone had yanked the floor out from under me. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. I walked around the house, touching objects we had bought together, seeing them with new, painful eyes. The coffee mugs, the throw blankets, even the picture frames felt like lies. The laughter, the kisses, the promises, all now shadows of betrayal. That night, I didn't confront her. I didn't yell. I left, quietly. I packed a small bag and drove to my parents' house. The road blurred through my tears. I felt like a ghost of myself, invisible to the life I thought I had. Over the next few days, everything I remembered about us twisted. Moments that had once been innocent now felt suspicious. Her sudden mood swings, the night she forgot, our plans, even the way she held my hand. It all felt tainted. I questioned myself constantly. Had I missed something obvious? Was I too blind to see the cracks? Finally, I called her. Her voice was soft, hesitant, like she knew what I would say. I asked her straight, "Is there someone else?" There was silence. Then, in a voice barely above a whisper, she admitted it. She had met someone. A fleeting connection that turned into months of secret meetings and hidden texts. She tried to explain, to justify, saying it wasn't about me, that something inside her had faded. She seemed genuinely torn, but the truth cut deeper than any anger I could muster. It wasn't just betrayal. It was a slow unraveling of trust, the realization that the person I had loved could feel so little for me at night that they could seek warmth elsewhere. We didn't fight. There were no slammed doors, no shouting, just silence. Painful, suffocating, unending silence. I remember sitting on the couch, holding my head in my hands, feeling every year of our marriage crumble around me. I loved her. I still did. But love wasn't enough anymore. In the weeks that followed, I rebuilt myself quietly. I started running again, reconnected with friends I had neglected, and allowed myself to cry, not out of weakness, but to release the weight that had been pressing me down. I learned that heartbreak doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, lingering in quiet moments and small memories. But eventually, those whispers fade. The day I finally told her I couldn't stay, I felt a strange clarity. There was no rage, no desperate pleading. Just honesty. I loved you, I said, but I can't live in the shadow of someone who's already gone. She nodded, tears in her eyes, understanding that some wounds don't heal with apologies. I left with my dignity intact, carrying heartbreak like a heavy coat. But walking away was also the first step toward freedom. I realized that betrayal teaches you something painful but necessary, the courage to value yourself, even when someone you love cannot. And as I sit here now, remembering the nights I stayed awake while she drifted further away, I feel something I hadn't allowed myself to feel for months. Peace. Not joy, not complete healing, but peace. The kind that comes when you accept the truth, embrace your worth, and let the past remain where it belongs, behind you. If you've ever felt this kind of heartbreak or faced betrayal in a relationship, share your thoughts in the comments. I read every one, and sometimes hearing someone else's story reminds us that we're not alone.